Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally, after an extremely long wait, I'm finally going to be giving you guys my favorite movies of 2022. I've literally this video has been postponed so many times because there was one more movie from last year that I wanted to watch before I made this video, and I finally watched it today, so now I can finally make this darn video that's been postponed so many times. So I'm gonna quit this intro and we're just gonna get started. So of course I'm gonna be doing a top 10 favorite movies of last year because I think that's what everybody does. But first we're gonna start off with the honorable mentions. Next I have Nope. And also these honorable mentions are not in any order. Anyways, next I have Nope. Okay. Nope was literally the movie that I wanted to watch before I made this video. And it was the movie that is the reason why this video is so postponed so many times. And it sucks that it was in honorable mentions, but I did like it. I did enjoy it. Jordan Peele, I think, was the director. Did great. Loved Get Out, which he also did. So that's kind of what made me want to watch Nope. And it was good. Don't get me wrong. I did really like it. But there were other movies that I wanted on the top 10 more. So that's why it's in honorable mentions. But I did really like it. I would definitely recommend. It was good. I do personally like Get Out better, but it was good. Trust me. Next, I have Hellraiser. So I watched obviously the newer Hellraiser movie that came out last year because of Drew Starkey, obviously. I've never seen any of the other Hellraisers. I never really had an interest in them, but I literally watched it for him. And I was kind of confused at certain parts. So I really don't know if these are type of movies that you have to watch all of them to kind of understand what's going on. I don't really know, or maybe my brain's just slow. But I did like it. For not seeing them before, I was actually kind of thoroughly entertained. It kept me entertained. There were a lot of parts that kept me entertained. Trevor, oh, love that man. So sad what happened to him. But anyways, love him with my whole heart. He's the reason why I watched it. And honestly, I don't regret watching it. I just wish it would have ended better for his character. But it was thoroughly entertaining. For my standards. Next, I have Dear Zoe. Sadie Sink. Oh, magnificent. Love that girl. I did really like Dear Zoe. It was so heartfelt and kind of emotional. You know, we all know what it's about. Her little sister dies. She blames herself for it. You know, I feel kind of the traditional thing. But it was really beautiful. You know, and the acting from literally everybody, not just Sadie, but from literally everybody in there, they did great. And I just loved it. And it was comforting, but it was sad at the same time. So I don't know. I really liked it. Just not enough. But it was really good. And if you want a cute little heartfelt movie, I would definitely recommend it. Next I have Doctor Strange. So again, Doctor Strange was kind of like Thor. And I went in with kind of love Doctor Strange. Liked the first one. I think this is the second one. Yeah. I think. Yes. Anyways, I really like Doctor Strange. He's one of my top favorite Marvel characters. So going into it, I was you know what? It gonna be good. I was kind of disappointed. I didn't hate it. But there were just some things that I was kind of disappointed in. I'm still, to this day, not really sure how I feel about the whole Wanda thing or, like, the whole America thing. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the people that played their characters and stuff, great job, but I just don't know how I feel about the whole thing. I feel like I kind of wished it was more about Doctor Strange. I kind of felt like, in a way, it wasn't really about him. I feel like, in a way, it was more about Wanda and America, even though it was literally a Doctor Strange movie. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that's just kind of what I thought. Next, I have Orphan First Kill. The thing that I really liked about this one was it really, well, okay, I don't really know if I'd say explained, but, like, it really showed, like, where Esther came from and how, like, this all started and stuff. So I really liked that. And then, like, it's a good little horror thriller movie. I think I kind of like the first one a little bit more, but it's a good little horror thriller, and if you're, like, really interested in, like, how, like, it all started with Esther and stuff, then Orphan First Kill is definitely where to get all that information from, and I like it. I thought it was good. I got into, like, a horror phase last year. That's when I started really, like, watching horror movies. So, you know, I'm glad I watched it. It's a fun little horror thriller movie. Next, I have Enola Holmes 2. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one. Watched it for Millie Bobby Brown and then, of course, for Henry Cavill. But I just wasn't really... I wasn't there. It didn't exceed my expectations, you know what I mean? But the second one was good. Like, the amount of, like, mystery, I feel like this one kind of had more mystery, and it kind of felt like more of, like, a Sherlock Holmes-esque movie than the first one did. I don't know, I feel like the first one was kind of more revolved around Tewksbury, or however you pronounce his name. Like, it was revolved around Enola too. It was, like, mainly revolved around the two of them. But, like, I kind of feel like it was more revolved around him than her. And then the second one was more revolved around her. And the mystery was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. For the last movie in honorable mentions, I have X. So X is, again, another horror movie. I kind of thought it was kind of interesting that it was about a group of teenagers, kind of ish, literally making a movie in a movie. Like, it was a movie about a group of teenagers making a movie. I kind of wish they were making something else than what they were actually making, but, like, now I know it's, like, what made the movie, but, like, I don't know what was going through their mind when they're like, you know what, let's go to an old couple's house in the middle of nowhere and shoot this movie. Like, what was going on through your brain with that? I don't know. But it was just the right amount of, like, there were some suspenseful moments, there were, like, some thriller moments, some horror moments, like, it was, like, the right amount of everything. And I thought, I liked the actors and stuff in it, you know, Jenna Ortega, Mia Goth, I don't really know which one it is. But, like, they were my two faves. We saw, what's her name? Brittany Snow, I think that's her name. We saw her in something after, I don't know how long. She kind of disappeared or something. Not literally, but, like, she kind of disappeared. But, like, we got to see her. And she was, I think she played her character good. Her character's not my fave. But, like, I liked the characters. And the old couple were kind of fun, honestly. But anyways, that's the end for my honorable mentions. And now we're going to move on to the top 10. In 10th place, I have The Batman. Now, I literally haven't seen this movie since March. But from what my brain remembers, even though my brain's kind of like Dory, but from what my brain remembers, I'm not a big Batman person. I'm a Superman person. I like Superman better. But I think the main thing that I liked about this Batman movie was it was kind of different. Like, Robert Pattinson actually wasn't as bad as, like, I thought he was going to be. He's not my favorite. And, like, then, of course, Batman's not my favorite. So I was kind of like, how well are those two going to go? But he actually wasn't that bad. I loved the Riddler. He was great. I loved the guy that played Penguin. He was also great. But, like, I think the main thing that I liked about it was that it was different from, like, the other Batmans. Like, it was more kind of, like, dark, kind of edgy. Like, I think that's kind of, like, what I mainly liked about it. I loved who they picked for Alfred as well. I'm not really the biggest fan of, like, Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. He kind of looks like he's going through, like, a goth phase. But, like, his Batman, actually not that bad. I kind of liked how it was, like, different than, like, the other Batmans. You know what I mean? In ninth place, I have Halloween Ends. I know a lot of people really did not really like this movie. And I don't understand why. I thought it was good. I thought it was, like, a really good, solid way to end the Halloween franchise. It was very sad what happened to Michael. But I know it had to happen. Because, like, it's the end of the franchise. It's gotta happen, you know what I mean? But, like, I was kind of sad about it. But I think it was just, like, really well done for the end of it. Now, the kid... or he's not really a kid, but, like, he's a kid to me. He's kind of whiny. And he's just, like... Bro literally pulled up kind of thinking, like, oh, I can be Michael Myers. It's like, dude, you really cannot. I didn't like him at all. He was just really annoying. He was, like, whiny. And he was just, like, he just randomly... I mean, I know it's kind of, like, how it is with, like, a lot of killers in movies and stuff. But, like, he was just, like, randomly one day, he was just like, you know what? I want to try and become, like, the next Michael Myers or something. I didn't like him. He was annoying. But aside from him, he's in the dislike pile. Everything else I really, really liked, and I thought it was a really good way to end the franchise. Next, for number 8, I have the new Pinocchio movie. I have no clue how to pronounce the director's name, so I'm not even gonna try. But... okay, I don't hate Pinocchio, like the original, but, like, if I wanted to, like, watch a Disney movie, I'm not just gonna be like, you know what, I want to watch Pinocchio. Like, he's not my first choice. Again, don't hate it, he's just not my first choice. But I love what this guy did with Pinocchio. Also, Ewan McGregor's in it, so that, like, helps. But I love what this guy did with Pinocchio. It was, like, the same thing, but different. And it had different sequences in it as well. I just really liked the whole thing. Like, how it was made, how the story went, just, like, everything. Because, like I said, it was, like, the same, but different. And I really liked that. And I liked how everything looked, too. Like, it looked so, like, clean. I just really liked this one. More than I thought I was going to. I didn't know if or how much I was going to like it, but very good. In 7th place, I have Pearl. So, Pearl, kind of in a way, is like the beginning. Well, not like the beginning, but like it's kind of attached to X. Because the spoiler. I could talk spoilers. I don't know. But the old lady in X is Pearl. So Pearl is literally telling like everything about her. I was more entertained and more enjoyed Pearl than I did X. Again, like I said earlier, I didn't hate X. I just enjoyed Pearl more. And I love seeing like the stories of how like things started. Like what I was saying about Orphan First Kill. It was like how everything started with Esther and stuff. And that's how Pearl is. It's like how everything started. And I just love that. Pearl's so much fun. And Maya Goth, I really don't know how her first name is like actually pronounced. I think it's Mia, but I'm not sure. That girl literally played 2 different characters. She played Maxine in X, and then she played Pearl in Pearl. She's great. In 6th place, I have Bullet Train. So, Bullet Train is definitely not something that I thought I was really going to enjoy as much as I did. But I actually liked it. Like, honestly, like, still when I think about it and, like, think about the movie and stuff and, like, think about, like, who's in it, because it's got Brad Pitt in it, and he's not my fave. It's also got Joey King in it. She's not my fave. So every time, like, I think about the movie, it's like, I'm shocked that I liked it as much as I did. But it was fun. It was a little fun little thing. Tangerine, love him. I agree with what Channing Tatum's little cameo said. The guy's got a great walk. Solid 10 out of 10 walk. For 5th place, I have Glass Onion. Can we talk about Glass Onion for just a second? I loved the first one, the first Nights Out. So obviously, my initial reaction to there being a second one was like pure excitement. If y'all saw my Glass Onion trailer reaction video, then you'll know I was pretty hyped. I kind of loved it. The mystery was fun. I love that it was on like a little tropical like island type thing. Daniel Craig, of course, played his character very well. Madeline Klein as Whiskey. Love that woman. Ethan Hawke's little cameo. I wish he had a longer part. If they make a Knives Out 3, I want Ethan Hawke to have a main role. A longer part. Like, that's what I want. I just loved the whole concept of Glass Onion. In 4th place, I have Scream. Now, I know, y'all are probably maybe shocked. Because you know, I love Scream. Love my little ghosty baby and all of that. But there was obviously things that beat it. But I love Scream 5. And I'm holding up 10. I love Scream 5. Like, just like everything about it, just like I watched it recently and I still love it. I love one of the Ghostface. The other one's okay, but I love one of the Ghostface. There was tears, for me anyway. There were reunions. There was legacies. There were vision type things of certain people. I'm trying not to do like spoilers and stuff if you haven't seen it, but like it's got the whole package. So in 3rd place, I have The Black Phone. I literally, when I tell you I had the toughest time deciding if The Black Phone was going to be in 3rd place or if Scream was going to be in 3rd place, I'm telling you I had the hardest time. But the more I thought about it, and obviously the more this video is procrastinated, I had more time to think about it. Black Phone just had to be in 3rd. It's amazing. It's like such a, like, not a story, but like, well, yeah, a story that's been told like so many times and done so many times about like kidnappings and stuff. But just like, Scott did a phenomenal job. Everybody in that movie is just insanely talented. Of course, Ethan Hawke. Much love. Anyways, it's just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, believe it or not, I said earlier in the video that last year I like really got into a horror movie phase. It's not really a phase, but like a horror movie type thing. That's what started it all. I know it kind of makes no sense because it's really not horror. if anything, it's more sad, in my personal opinion, than anything horror. It's way more sad, but it's so beautiful at the same time. But anyways, that's the movie that got me into watching all those other horror movies. In second place, I have Top Gun Maverick. Can we talk about Top Gun Maverick for just a second? I really liked the first one, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about the second one. It's like, okay, as far as like rating goes, I was thinking like maybe like 4 stars or something. That's what like kind of where I was genuinely thinking. And then I watched it and I was like, I almost turned up at a certain scene because I thought something bad was going to happen to Maverick and I was literally going to die. But like, I don't, how does one describe Top Gun Maverick other than its masterpiece? Everything in it is just done so well, so wonderful. And then like the little kind of like almost like a father and son relationship between Maverick and Rooster was just like, it was so sweet. I just love that movie. That's another movie that I want to own so bad. But anyways, it's really beautiful. I really don't know how to describe it other than it's just like, it's amazing. There's really not many words that describe amazing, excellent, breathtakingly stunning. I don't know. There's just a whole bunch of words, but they all have the same meaning. But it's really great, and I love it so much. Y'all already know, number 1 is Elvis. We already know I'm a huge Elvis fan. And this movie just completed my life. Like, if you saw my Christmas special video, when I literally opened it, because obviously I got it for Christmas, but if you saw my Christmas special, I literally cried when I opened it. Tears of joy, obviously. But like, I literally cried. Well, I don't know if I necessarily would say like cried, but like got teary-eyed. It's just like, Baz knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing when he made it. He knew what he was doing when he picked Austin to play Elvis. Like, Austin Butler is just like, he's spectacular. He played Elvis phenomenally well, and it could just be because I like really love the movie and like I've seen Austin Butler as Elvis, but like I honestly could not see anybody else to play Elvis. Baz did an amazing job picking Austin, and then picking Olivia for Priscilla. That girl was great. Girl was phenomenal. The whole movie is just, it's beautiful. It's colorful. It's fun. It's of course got sad moments because, you know, Elvis's life had sad moments. The end literally makes me cry every single freaking time. But it's so beautiful, and it's made phenomenally well. I could not think of I could not think of anybody that could have made that movie better. I could not have thought of a better director, a better person to play Elvis, a better person to play Priscilla. Like, even Tom Hanks did good. And I don't like Colonel Tom Parker. I hate that guy with a fiery passion. But I think Tom Hanks did good for what he was given, considering he really had a terrible character to play. But I think he did good for what he was given. The movie is just literally spectacular, and I can't describe it in any other way. It's my love, it's my life, it's my pride and joy, it's my baby. It's everything in between. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!